been through that many times already.
Hello, Abe.
Hello, Mario.
Chag Sameach.
Yes, but we're working on it.
Yeah.
We're working on it.
Okay.
Fine. All right.
Okay.
'85, right?
85. Boy, Rav Sheshes. Ben, Mao Shiyasa Shalich La'oiv La'kosel Kalalo. Based in, let's say, adjudicates that a certain person needs to get Malchus. Can the son serve as the Shaliach Bezdin to give the guy Malchus or to curse him if there's Chayiv to, Cherem? Armalu Vacher Mi'itir. What do you mean? Well, who matired another person? Not just the Ben. Every Jew is not allowed to strike another Jew. So who permitted anybody to be a Shlich Bezdin? Ela Kvod Shemaim Odiv. Well, when it comes to doing an Aveira, the covet of Hashem is greater than the covet of the person. Achanami Kvod Shemaim Odiv. So here, the Ben, according to this approach, would be allowed to give makas to the father. Meisve, we ask a kasha. Umat mi shemitzuva la koisai. The person who is chayv makas and a shliach bezin has to strike him. But there's a general mitzvah shalola koso. You can't strike him more than what he's required. Somebody who's not commanded to strike him, so that he would certainly not be able to strike somebody. Well, that doesn't make sense. So my love, ID, that what we said that there's a mitzvah and there's not a mitzvah is b'makom mitzvah. It means when Bezdin declares that somebody needs malchus, that's a mitzvah. And the mitzvah where there is no mitzvah to strike, that's bibno. So from here it seems that it's also for the bino to strike based on this part, even in makom mitzvah. And that where it says you're allowed to strike a guy malchus b'achir means not the son. Where's this law? Both a son and a regular person could strike him. So what's the difference? Loy kasha. That when we said mitzvah la koisoi, kan b'makom mitzvah. He's a shliach bezdin who's commanded to give malchus. Kan, where you can't, is shelo b'makom mitzvah. Like you're only allowed to give 39. The 40th is not b'makom mitzvah. V'achik tani. Uma b'makom mitzvah shemitzvah la koisoi. There's even a shliach bezdin who has a commandment to strike him. Mitzvah shelo la koso. To give him more than the 39, because it says pen yosif la koso. Then shelo b'makom, it's a regular person. It's not chayv malchus. Sheni mitzvah la koso. Nobody is allowed to give him any ein odin shemitzvah shlako. Then certainly kavachoymer, you wouldn't be able to strike him. So there's a general rule that a general person can't strike anybody. Toshma. Hayotze leharik. Somebody's being taken out to be executed. He was adjudicated in Bezdin to be chayv misas Bezdin. Ubab novi ko kilalo. On the way to being executed, the son comes and strikes him or curses him. Chayiv. The son is chayv misa because of make oviv or makalalovi. Bo achevi kovi kilalo. Another person, not the son, is potter. Ve'havinabo. Maishna b'no maishna acher. Amrav Chizda. B'mesarvin bolotzis. The guy is fighting not to be taken out to be executed, so we're pushing him. Beni yotze. We have to push him. So even there, b'no can be a shaliach to push him. So Rav Sheshes Muki law, Shein Mesarve Balotze. This is not a case where he was fighting. He's going by himself. But people were angry at this criminal. And he just wants to strike him without Shlichus Besdin. Well, so that we understand why you would not be able to strike him. How come you said the Acher, if he strikes him, he's potter? So, Acher is potter because Gavrik Telugu. A man being taken out to be executed is like a dead man walking. Striking him or embarrassing him doesn't do anything. V'amrav Sheishes, Baisho Yoshan. Somebody is asleep and you embarrass him. Umeis. And that guy who is asleep dies. Chayiv. The guy who embarrassed him is chayiv to pay to the Yorshim. So why is it any different in a person who's ready to be killed that you also maybe by embarrassing you should be chayiv too? So the Gemara says, "Achbay skinon b'shikau hakah she'ein bo shava pruta." The reason they said they're potter, he struck the guy where it's not, the damages are not worth more than a pruta. Loike. You don't pay, but you get malchus. It says lo yosif la koisai. You shouldn't be potter. So my potter, we mean mi mama. But he is chayv malchus. Well, if that's how you're going to explain, Bichlal Shubno Chayiv is asked to pay money, but it's a, I thought you just said it's a hikah that was less than Shava Pruta. Ella is Bedino. It's not he didn't strike him less than hakah. He was supposed to get struck because of the din. Hachanami, well, why would there be a difference between the ben and an acher? Ela acher, hide time at the potter. Why is if the acher strikes a person going out to be killed at your potter, the omar, v'nasi be'amcha lo ta'or. You cannot curse be'oisa ma'isa amcha, a Jew that's doing kosher things, but somebody who's committing murder, he's not nasi ba'amcha. You're allowed to curse him. Hatinech klala, hakominola. Can you strike a person be potter? Yeah. The makshin on hakol klala. There's a hekesh between hakol and klala. Yachi beno nami. So why should a beno be different? If the father is a rasha and he's a nasi ba'amcha. Kedam Rav Pinchas b'shasa tshuva. The guy did tshuva, so now he is oisa ma'isa ba'amcha. Well, then we're back to the shai yachi acher nami. So why would the non-son, the acher, also be potter? Why? If he did tshuva, Rav Mary nasi ba'amcha b'mekuyim sheba'amcha. That's a regular person who's living a normal life. This guy's on his way to the death. He's not considered that he's part of the Amcha. Well, Iachi b'no nami. So now we're back to the question of the son also should be potter. Midin aval achar misa. However, just like a son is not allowed to curse his father after his death, it's the same thing here. Mayavi Allah, what's the final halacha? Amrava, Baravuna v'chein tana, Rav Yishmael kol eina ben nasa shlich lo aviv. The son cannot be a shliach. La koisel kalalo. Chutz mi mesis. Unless the father was a mesis, getting people to sin. Shari amr tov v'lo timchov v'lo techas alav. Special din. But all of the other averas, a son would not be able to serve as the shliach bezdin to give malchus. Mishnah. Hamake avi v'imo. If you strike a parent, you have to make a wound. Zeh chomer b'makalal mi b'makeh. Shemikala achar misa chayiv. If you curse a parent after their death, you're chayiv. Hamakel achar misa potter, because you can't draw blood. Ton Rabbanon, Avi v'imel kila, dom of bo. La'achar misa, even after death. Shiyachol hoil v'chai b'makeh v'chai b'makala. There's a hekesh between striking and cursing. Ma makeh v'chai v'lamichayim. You're only chayiv by striking them when they're alive. Maybe I would think afa makala and chai v'lamechayim. The old kavachomer. There is no, by cursing, there is this thing that you can only not curse somebody who's a tzaddik, but you're allowed to curse a rasha. But a makkah, you can't be makkah anybody. You can't be makkah rasha or tzaddik. So there the rasha is made like the tzaddik, but lo chayv bolachar misa. There's no chiyuv by makkah after misa. Cursing, where there's a distinction between if you're a tzaddik or a rasha. I would think that even by makalal, there would be no chiyuv after misa. Even after misa. That's an extra pasuk. Now, where do we see the Tanya? Ki ish asher yikalel es aviv v'imo. Ma tamad lamer ish. The rabbos bas tum vadroginus. Not only a man, but even a girl, and a tum, somebody who has a piece of skin covering his genitalia, so we don't know what he is. The androgynous, he has both. Asher yikalel es aviv es imo. Eli ela aviv imo. Together. Aviv shelo kilo es imo. Let's say an individual parent, minayin, Talmud loymar, aviv v'imo kila, which means aviv kila or imo kila. Div Rabbi Yoshia. So Rabbi Yoshia needs that pasuk. Rabbi Yonasan oimer, mash b'shneim ke'echad, umash b'kol echad v'echad b'vnei atzmo. There are psukim that imply that you have to curse both of them, and there are psukim that imply either one. That's in general. When it says yachtav, then you have to do them together. Since it says avivimo kilo, not yachtav, so we know that each one is unique. So the pasuk avivimo for Rab Yoshia is not extra. So minole. So how do you know that there's oynish for klola even after death? Nafkale from a different pasuk. Umekalel avivi momos yumas. What does Rav Yonasan do with this extra pasuk? Umebalele rabos bas tumtum v'arganoigenis, that you're not allowed to curse a bas tumtum v'arganoigenis. V'tebeklemi ish. No, dibra Torah kolosh b'nei adam. Sometimes the Torah writes in a poetic style. Freit the Gemara, the lisni choymer b'makeh k'makalel. Makkah is more stringent than klala. You cannot strike a tzaddik or a rasha. So why did the Mishnah say that? He does learn that you make a hekesh between makkah and klala. So by klala, you're chayiv for everybody, even in rasha. Tonight. Let us say that machlokes tonight is the following. The Tani Chada, Kusi, one of the Shomronim that converted, Ata Mitzuva Lakoso, you may not strike him. But Viata Mitzuva Kiloso, he doesn't act like a regular Jew, so you're allowed to curse him. He's a Russian. But Vitani Rechiata Mitzuva Lo Kiloso V'Lo Lakoso. A Kusi were not commanded not to strike him or to curse him. Savrua, the Kula Alma, Kusim Geri Emesim. There was a debate with the Kusim true Gerim or Geri Arayos. They were frightened by lions. So they're treated like regular Jews. They just threw off their, they're not doing mitzvahs. And my lav v'akamifliki, the marsaver makshin and akol klala. Maybe we make a hekesh between akol klala, and therefore the rishoim, you would be permitted to hit them as well. Umarsaver lo makshin akol klala. Therefore, you're not allowed to strike them. Versus lo. Kulam lo makshin akol klala. We don't make a hekesh. V'hacha b'hamakom. It's a different machlokas. Marsaver kusim gerem is saying. The regular Jews. Umarsaver kusim gerem arayos saying. They converted because they were afraid of lions. Wasn't a true gerus. They're not Jews. They're goyim. The shoroki Yisrael. His ox that gores a Jew, we treat him like Dinei Yisrael. So a kusi is clearly a Yehudi. Shmamina bekeshe pligi. So it's not like we tried to say that the machlokes is whether they were Geri Emes or Geri rice. It's rather whether we make this hekesh between Hakah and Klala. Shmamina, it's a good right. Okay, I'm going to stop here.
Okay.
Tomorrow we're going to learn at 5 o'clock.
What?
5 o'clock.
Oh, okay.
Okay?
Very good. Oh, yeah.
Have a easy fast and a Freilich Kapoor.
Thank you the same.